As far as I know, that he is all the time trying to keep an eye on all federations, on all the sports, to boost sports in Egypt in general. I mean, not only for the champions, by the way, but for all Egyptians to practice sport as this is their constitutional right.
I've said it before many times. I've been saying it for the last 2 years. It's a blessing to have Engineer Khalid Abdelaziz as our Minister of Sport. He is the best thing that happened to sport in Egypt in a long, long time. Okay, since I was a player, I never saw a minister that is so eager. He has given us as federations and National Olympic Committee everything that we need. And when we say everything, the most thing we need is two things. We need the financial support, and this we have had in the last 2 years with unlimited budgets, okay, to get our players ready in the same level as any world champion anywhere else in the world, and this has happened. Okay, and the second one is the moral support that we need. I'm telling you that in competitions, our player will be passing the finish line in third place or second place, and Engineer Khalid Abdelaziz will be with me on the phone, speaking with the player 1 or 2 minutes after. So he is he's very eager to help every sportsman in Egypt. He's an honest man. He does great work. He's putting a lot of effort. Okay, and I hope he continues for a long time.
Dreams and hopes for modern pentathlon in Egypt.
An Olympic medal. This is our target. This is what we're working for. The closest player to an Olympic medal, okay, in pentathlon now is Amr Ghaziri. Yasser Hifni was injured for a couple of years. Okay, he's done a fantastic job till now. This is his first real appearance, okay, after injury. I wish him all the best. Okay, Amr Ghaziri is also coming up in the rank. Islam Hamid is one of our youngsters, and he's also doing very good. I wish them all the best, and I'm sure that whoever will succeed to play the Olympic Games, we have good chances of winning a medal.
Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions.
We are very much delighted to have with us on Nile TV International screen the president of the International Union of Modern Pentathlon, Mr. Klaus Schurman. Thank you very much for being with us, sir. I was delighted to have you more than once on Nile TV in many of our coverages. So this is not the first time for you in Egypt. The visit number?
No, it's a place where I'm coming every year, based that you have been, or the Federation have been bidding for this World Cup, and we awarded for a couple of years now the World Cup to Cairo, and to honor and to really award the work what the Federation is doing for our movement.
Yeah.
And this first World Cup of the season is very important. We are in the Olympic year, 2016, on the way to Rio de Janeiro, and still places are possible to be catched up at the World Cup, but not directly, but through the world ranking. And so therefore this World Cup, yesterday the final for the women and today for the men, has a big importance for the nations, for the athletes, for the coaches and trainers.
Sir, I'm going to go into the details of this event, but before that, since Egypt was granted to host these important events for 2 consecutive years, this does mean that the International Federation knew well that Egypt can do that, can host such events with the participation of tens of players from all over the world. Then what about what's going on in the media? I mean, what's said about Egypt being not that secure, not that safe, that some of the federations would feel some fears or worries about their players. Would you please elaborate?
You know, there was in the last Congress when we announced the award of different competitions in Egypt, concerns from some countries immediately, but these are always the same countries. So for me as an international president, I have been very easygoing. I write a letter to the president of the National Federation, to Sheriff, and asking him for some special letters from the government.
Yeah.
So that the government is very much aware that international assets coming and that the security is really given, and so the protection of the assets. And so you see the results now.
Yeah.
How many nations have shown up?
38.
Only a few nations not here, but they anyway have calculated that they have no chance to be qualified.
Yeah.
So this also we have to take in account.
Sure.
So in that way, you know, we had this attack in Paris, we had attack in Istanbul. All over the world, you are not really safe. You always, something can happen.
Sure.
Based on this terrorism in the world. But we, the sport, should not give up. And
Sure.
show
Life
that we are
goes
there.
on.
Life
Yeah.
goes on.
Yeah.
And sport has to show that we always try to have to make a better integration and to show that sport can bring a better world. We can say never peace. Sport cannot make peace, but better
It can
understanding.
pave the way for peace to prevail.
Is a part of the whole movement. And so therefore I must say we have as well the Junior World Championships this year.
In September?
In September I will be here for much more days than I could be here now. And so that is underlining that the union taking care about the political situation.
Yeah.
That's sure. We are not
Sure.
ignoring that, but we are working in close cooperation with the government, with the National Olympic Committee and the National Federation, while we have to protect our athletes.
Sure.
And so
So any complications on the ground, or when you came here?
everything what I was learning last night when
Yeah.
I was coming, that the competition went well. Sure, as a German person, we had a first and second place yesterday on the women's side.
Great.
So they were welcoming me in a special way. And I said, okay, I'm not coming as a German person here.
As far as I know, there are 2 females qualified to Rio.
Yes.
Female players.
Yeah.
Modern pentathlon players qualified to Rio de Janeiro. But for the boys,
The boys, the
not
Germans
yet.
are still very difficult. Okay, like some others as well. But coming back to your political question, so I personally must say what I have learned from the communication the last hours, also this morning, there is not any kind of concerns. So the nations will come back again with the juniors, and we will continue also in the coming years, and to show to the entire Olympic sport world that this is a special pillar. It is a part of Africa where we are really on the highest level developed, and we can perform with the athletes in higher level competitions.
Back to sports, and to speak about the standard of the players, the level. I think the bar is keeping on going far.
I tell you,
Okay, go ahead.
every year we could see now the level is coming higher and higher and higher. And also athletes from more different countries. It's not only focusing on 3, 4, 5 countries, no. It's really more than 10 countries on top level, on both genders, women and men. And that makes us very proud, the union, that our national federations investing a lot to develop the young talented athletes for the future, and has shown also that everything what we have made in the last years, it changes. You have seen this with the combined, with the laser shooting, now with bonus fencing as a new part.
Yep.
And then the people always asking President, what will be the next? He said, no, sorry, now we stop until 2020 Tokyo.
Yeah.
Nothing will really change. But we have some other things sure in mind what we will increase in our union. But now we want to support the young generations. Let's say that.
This was my coming question, sir. Meaning that modern pentathlon is becoming more popular all over the world.
Oh yes, you know, we have now 138 countries, and some more countries coming in this year. It looks that we can have maybe 150 national federations in the Congress the end of November this year, when we have the Congress election Congress in Frankfurt, where I'm running again for another 4 years. And so
Good luck, sir.
No, I think it will be.
Inshallah, yes,
I'm very
it will be.
convinced with my team that we continue, and
This is what I'm saying. What you were doing for modern pentathlon in the past terms, it's evident, it's clear, it's tangible on the ground. As you have just mentioned, sir, kindly mentioned that it's getting more popular in many countries all over the world. But what are you doing to give support for the young generations to come?
That's what we have a special program. This is biathlon, triathlon like beach competitions, and our tetrathlon. And live, we are working now very close with universities. We had already last year a special competition in Mexico City. Then we have in this year in Lisbon before the run shoot World Championship, or the laser run World Championship, international student competition. So we are going to schools, universities with not all the 5 disciplines, with 4 disciplines. And for the young kids, like we had seminars now in Philippines, in Vietnam, in Cambodia. So let's say in this area, we are developing our sport. Where they have not enough horses in the moment, but with the other parts, the physical part and technical parts, we can develop our sport. And with our partners, sponsors, we try to put together like tools what we give as gifts to the federations who are just started, the developing countries. Egypt is a developed country, so we are
regarding modern pentathlon,
but they are also our Egyptian.
At least we are trying.
Our Egyptian colleagues are supporting us with that we can invite also from other countries people to have seminars here, training sessions. So therefore, only if you are a developed country, you can offer that. So therefore you are not in this part developing. No, you are a developed country.
When it comes to modern pentathlon, amen to that. And we do have a big number of names. I mean, heavyweight names. I mean, at least according to my knowledge, what Aya Madani has done before, till the moment nobody did it. I mean, when she was only 18, she had a lot of medals in many World Cups. But we lack only an Olympic medal.
I tell you, we do something on the promotion side. I had in the beginning of year in my president office in Darmstadt different meetings, and one very important journalist who have been the CEO for L'Equipe over many years is now appointed through me to work very close operationally in the preparation of the games for publications where we will use the names, our icons we have, to make them more known. And not only through their sport, also through the activities what they do after their career. This is important.
What to do to benefit from the experience of the veteran modern pentathlon players all over the world, to attract new generations to come, or to make the sport itself more popular, especially in those I would say virgin areas like Asia, for example.
And that's what we are not surprised. We are really happy that when we are offering our different disciplines, and that you have not to start with all the 5. You take only 2 or 3 or 4. So you offer something based on the resources you have already. And that we do this for all genders, for both genders. This is very special. Our sport is for both genders equally. There is no religion question in between. What we have